Have you ever trusted someone, only to later discover they were not who you thought they were? Imagine meeting a person who at first seems to be the very model of reliability and trust. They are charming, considerate, and apparently straightforward. Yet over time, little cracks begin to appear in this facade. Their actions do not quite match their words. Promises are forgotten, responsibilities are dodged, and you start to see the subtle manipulations that had escaped notice in the beginning. It is a scenario that many of us have faced, leaving us questioning our ability to judge character and make trustworthy connections. But what if there were signs to spot these dishonorable behaviors sooner rather than later? Stoicism, an ancient school of philosophy, offers timeless wisdom on identifying and navigating these deceptive traits. By applying its principles, we can learn to recognize and address dishonorable behaviors with clarity and resolve. Stay with us till the end as we unravel these complexities, providing insights that can transform the way you see interactions and relationships. The unchecked ego, often the first red flag of dishonorable behavior, is an inflated ego. When individuals allow their self-importance to consume them, it blinds them to the impact of their actions on others. Throughout history, we have seen examples of figures who let their egos steer them off course. Consider the tale of a leader who once held the admiration of many. Their initial success led to arrogance, and that arrogance to poor decisions, ultimately harming not just themselves but their entire community. Their unchecked ego eclipsed their ability to listen, learn, and grow, causing a ripple effect of negative consequences. Stoicism sheds light on this aspect of human nature, warning us against the perils of an inflated ego. The philosophy teaches us to foster humility and self-awareness, two virtues that act as antidotes to ego-driven behavior. By embracing these Stoic principles, we develop the ability to view ourselves realistically, acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses without bias. This self-awareness enables us to become more attuned to the needs and feelings of others, helping us build relationships grounded in mutual respect and understanding. As we move forward, let us delve deeper into the ways that Stoicism can guide us in navigating the intricate facets of character and conduct. The second notable trait to watch for is deception and dishonesty. Dishonorable people often employ a range of deceitful tactics to manipulate and control situations for their own benefit. This might start with small white lies or exaggerations, but can quickly escalate to more serious forms of deception, hand-picking truths to craft a narrative that suits them. Such individuals may present a polished and sincere exterior while concealing their true motives behind a veneer of charm and friendliness. The consequences of this dishonesty are far-reaching. Trust, once broken, is incredibly difficult to rebuild. In relationships, whether personal or professional, deceit creates an atmosphere of suspicion and insecurity, eroding the foundations of mutual respect and collaboration. According to Stoic philosophy, honesty and integrity are cornerstones of a virtuous life. Stoicism teaches us that truthfulness is not just a moral duty, but a practical necessity for fostering genuine connections. By adhering to honesty, we cultivate an environment where trust can flourish, where communication is unambiguous, and where actions align with intentions. This alignment is crucial as it ensures that our words and deeds are consistent with our values, reinforcing our reliability and the respect others have for us. Therefore, in a world where deceit can lead to discord and disillusionment, embracing the Stoic commitment to truth becomes imperative. Through this lens, honesty is not merely a choice, it is an indispensable virtue that upholds the integrity of our relationships and the dignity of our character. The third identifiable behavior of dishonorable individuals revolves around manipulative tactics. Manipulation can often be subtle, making it challenging to detect immediately. These individuals might employ guilt-tripping, feigning ignorance, or employing emotional blackmail to sway opinions or actions in their favor. They are masters at playing the victim to elicit sympathy, or they might use charm as a weapon to achieve what they desire. These tactics are designed to cloud judgment, distort reality, and create a dependency that leaves their targets doubting themselves and their perceptions. Such manipulation erodes self-confidence and autonomy, making it difficult for individuals to trust their own instincts and decisions. Stoicism offers powerful insights for recognizing and counteracting manipulation. With its emphasis on cultivating a clear and rational mind, Stoicism teaches us to maintain a level-headed approach in the face of emotional persuasion. It encourages us to question the motives behind others' actions and to seek the truth beneath the surface. By practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, we become more attuned to our values and less susceptible to the influence of others' agendas. This awareness allows us to uphold our personal integrity, making decisions based on reason rather than emotional coercion. By grounding ourselves in Stoic principles, we develop resilience against manipulation, allowing us to engage with others authentically and with clarity. As we continue our exploration, we will uncover more ways in which Stoicism provides the tools to navigate and rise above the array of dishonorable behaviors encountered in daily life. The fourth trait to recognize in dishonorable individuals is their lack of accountability. Often these individuals will go to great lengths to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. They might deflect blame, make excuses, or even manipulate circumstances to ensure that they are not held accountable. This behavior creates a false sense of reality, where they perceive themselves as infallible and above reproach. However, this reluctance to accept responsibility can have detrimental effects on their relationships and their personal growth. When someone consistently avoids accountability, it undermines the trust others place in them. It signals an unwillingness to learn from mistakes or to honor commitments, leading to strained relationships and lost respect over time. According to Stoicism, accepting responsibility is a vital component of living a virtuous and fulfilling life. Stoic philosophy teaches us that to grow and improve, we must acknowledge our actions and their consequences. By facing our shortcomings openly and honestly, we pave the way for personal development and stronger, more resilient relationships. This acceptance fosters a sense of empowerment as it encourages active reflection and learning from past experiences. When we take responsibility, we demonstrate integrity and build trust with those around us. It also allows us to own our life narrative, understanding that we have the ability to change and adapt through conscious choices. Therefore, in the journey to recognize and rectify dishonorable traits, embracing the Stoic principle of accountability is essential. It is through this lens that we can transform challenges into opportunities for growth and enrich our interactions with honesty and respect. As we continue our exploration, let us further examine how Stoicism equips us to navigate the complexities of human behavior with wisdom and grace, enhancing our ability to connect authentically with others. The fifth behavior indicative of dishonorable individuals is consistent self-promotion. These individuals often seek to elevate themselves at every opportunity, regardless of the impact on those around them. They may monopolize conversations, highlight their achievements, and display an incessant need for validation and recognition. This behavior can manifest in overshadowing others' contributions, taking undue credit, or relentlessly seeking the spotlight. Such self-centered actions can erode team spirit and create an environment where collaboration and shared success are undervalued. Constant self-promotion sows seeds of discontent and rivalry, ultimately hindering progress and harmony. Stoicism, however, offers a refreshing counterbalance to this tendency. It emphasizes the importance of valuing community and the collective well-being over individual acclaim. Stoic teachings encourage us to contribute positively and selflessly to the greater good, recognizing that true fulfillment comes from fostering connections and supporting others. By practicing humility and focusing on the larger picture, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideal of communal harmony. This mindset not only enhances our own character, but also inspires cooperation and mutual respect within our relationships. It allows us to celebrate the successes of others genuinely, creating an environment rich in encouragement and collective growth. By embracing these Stoic values, we cultivate a network of trust and camaraderie that uplifts everyone involved, demonstrating that shared achievements are far more rewarding than solitary accolades. As we delve deeper into the nuances of dishonorable behaviors, let us continue to draw upon the wisdom of Stoicism to guide us in nurturing authentic and meaningful connections with those around us. Excessive flattery, the sixth behavior to watch for in dishonorable people, is their tendency to use excessive flattery. This tactic often involves an overabundance of praise that feels insincere or exaggerated, crafted to manipulate rather than genuinely uplift. Such individuals might shower compliments as a strategy to gain favor, influence decisions, or mask their true intentions. This kind of flattery lacks the ring of truth and instead serves as a tool for deceit. Let's consider an example. Imagine a scenario where someone heaps grandiose praise on a colleague's work, but their real aim is to secure a favor or to gloss over their own shortcomings. This superficial praise might initially boost the recipient's ego, but over time it can lead to feelings of distrust and suspicion. When flattery is wielded as a weapon, it corrodes genuine relationships by building them on false pretenses. Through the lens of Stoicism, we find a profound emphasis on sincerity. Stoic philosophy teaches us to value honest and sincere interactions over superficial admiration. True virtue lies in recognizing and appreciating the genuine merits of others without ulterior motives. This approach not only fosters authentic connections, but also builds a solid foundation of trust and respect. When we root our interactions in sincerity, we create an environment where people feel valued for their true qualities and contributions, not because of manipulative praise. By disengaging from empty flattery and embracing genuine recognition, we can align ourselves with the Stoic ideal of living with integrity and authenticity. This virtue serves as a compass, guiding us in our personal and professional relationships toward bonds that are meaningful and enduring. As we proceed with our exploration of Stoicism's insights into dishonorable behaviors, let us continue to examine how these timeless principles can transform our understanding and interactions in a meaningful way. The seventh trait to identify in dishonorable people is the exploitation of trust. Trust is a fragile commodity, integral to the foundation of any meaningful relationship, whether it be personal or professional. Individuals who exploit trust often take advantage of the good faith others have in them, manipulating situations to serve their own ends at the expense of those who believe in their sincerity. This might involve betraying confidences, misleading friends or colleagues, or using a trusted position of power to further personal agendas. Such behavior leads to a profound sense of betrayal, as those who were once trusted reveal their true intentions, leaving behind a trail of broken relationships and damaged reputations. This breach of trust doesn't only affect the immediate relationships, but also casts a wider net of suspicion and caution among others who hear of or witness such betrayals. In a world where trust is increasingly seen as a scarce commodity, these actions contribute to a pervasive atmosphere of skepticism and guardedness. Stoicism, however, offers an antidote to this cycle of distrust. It underscores the importance of authenticity and integrity in all interactions. Stoic philosophy advocates for building relationships on a bedrock of truth, honesty, and consistent ethical standards. By embodying these principles, we foster environments where trust can flourish and where relationships are reinforced with a deep sense of mutual respect and understanding. This involves being reliable, transparent, and true to one's word, ensuring that our actions are consistently aligned with our values. Through this steadfast commitment to integrity, we create communities that thrive on genuine trust, where individuals feel safe to express themselves openly and where collaboration is grounded in a shared commitment to ethical conduct. As we continue to explore the behaviors associated with dishonor, let us remain mindful of the Stoic emphasis on cultivating trustworthy relationships, recognizing that these bonds not only enrich our personal lives but also contribute to a more harmonious and interconnected society. The eighth characteristic of dishonorable individuals is their disregard for fairness. This behavior manifests in interactions where equality is conveniently sidelined in favor of personal gain or bias. Such individuals may prioritize their interests over others, manipulate outcomes to favor themselves, or simply overlook the need for equitable treatment, leaving others to shoulder the burden of their decisions. This lack of fairness creates an imbalance in relationships where some feel undervalued and others imposed upon. It breeds resentment and fosters environments where trust and mutual respect are difficult to nurture. In contrast, Stoicism places immense importance on justice and fairness as fundamental pillars of honorable conduct. According to Stoic teachings, justice is not merely a legal or societal expectation, but a moral obligation that each person must uphold. It calls for impartiality, ensuring that our actions are guided by a sense of fairness regardless of personal circumstances. Embracing this principle means actively seeking to understand diverse perspectives, being equitable in our dealings, and striving to treat others as we ourselves would wish to be treated. By integrating these values into our daily interactions, we champion a culture of fairness that honors the dignity and rights of everyone involved. In doing so, we create relationships and communities built on a foundation of respect and equal opportunity, where each individual feels valued and heard. This commitment to justice and fairness ensures that our conduct aligns with a greater ethical standard, promoting harmony and unity. As we further explore dishonorable traits, it becomes crucial to reflect on Stoicism's guidance in nurturing fairness and justice, recognizing that such virtues are not only essential for personal integrity, but are also vital for fostering trust and cooperation in our broader society. The ninth trait to recognize in dishonorable individuals is emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation involves tactics designed to control or influence others by exploiting their emotions. These individuals may use guilt, shame, or fear to bend your will, often making you question your own feelings and perceptions. For instance, they might guilt-trip you into actions you are uncomfortable with, or play on your fears and insecurities, using them as leverage. Such tactics are frequently subtle, leaving you doubting your instincts and feeling trapped in a web of obligation and confusion. Emotional manipulators are skilled at creating drama and tension, keeping those around them feeling responsible for their happiness or approval. This manipulation can erode self-esteem and skew an individual's sense of reality, fostering a dependency that benefits the manipulator's interests rather than those of the collective good. However, Stoicism offers valuable tools to counteract this emotional manipulation. At its core, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate emotional detachment, creating a buffer between ourselves and external pressures. By practicing mindfulness and staying anchored in rational thought, we can maintain our composure when faced with emotional provocations. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control how others act, we have full control over our own responses. By recognizing manipulation for what it is, we can respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This involves pausing to evaluate situations objectively, asking ourselves questions about the motives and truth behind others' actions. This reflective practice enables us to remain grounded, protecting our emotional well-being and ensuring our actions align with our values. By embracing Stoicism, we develop resilience against emotional manipulation, empowering us to navigate interactions with clarity and integrity. As we delve deeper into Stoicism's teachings, let us focus on how these principles can fortify our emotional boundaries. This not only helps us maintain inner peace, but also cultivates relationships where mutual respect and understanding prevail, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. Envy and resentment. The 10th behavior that signals dishonorable tendencies is envy, a powerful emotion often lurking beneath the surface. Envy can fuel a range of dishonorable acts, from undermining others to spreading negativity, as individuals consumed by envy focus on what they lack rather than appreciating what they have. This often leads to resentment, where the success or happiness of others becomes a source of personal discomfort. Those who harbor envy may sabotage or belittle the achievements of others, unable to bear the thought of someone else's success eclipsing their own. This is detrimental not only to relationships but also to one's own emotional well-being, as it perpetuates a cycle of dissatisfaction and bitterness. Stoicism offers profound insights to counteract the corrosive nature of envy. At its heart, Stoicism teaches the importance of cultivating gratitude and contentment, urging us to focus on the abundance in our lives rather than the perceived deficiencies. By shifting our perspective to what we have rather than what we lack, we can transform envy into appreciation. Stoic philosophy encourages us to find joy in the simple and often overlooked aspects of life, reinforcing the belief that fulfillment comes from within rather than external comparisons. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes the value of self-reflection, urging individuals to examine their desires and motivations. Through this introspection, we can recognize the futility of envy and the importance of aligning our aspirations with our core values rather than being swayed by external influences. By embracing gratitude, we create a mindset of abundance and generosity, celebrating others' successes as if they were our own. This fosters positive relationships built on mutual respect and admiration, rather than competition and jealousy. As we continue to explore Stoicism's wisdom, we see how these principles offer a pathway to transcend envy and find true contentment, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. Disloyalty and betrayal are among the most painful and damaging behaviors we might encounter. They strike at the very heart of trust, which is essential for any relationship to thrive. Betrayal can take many forms, whether it comes as a broken promise, a secret revealed, or an unexpected act of treachery from someone you considered a friend. These incidents leave us feeling vulnerable and questioning the very nature of our alliances. The impact of disloyalty is profound, as it not only undermines the immediate relationship but also casts a shadow over future interactions, making it difficult to rebuild trust. In a world where connections can be fragile, the repercussions of betrayal ripple outward, affecting not just those directly involved but also creating an atmosphere of suspicion and guardedness among others. However, Stoicism provides a robust framework for understanding and addressing disloyalty. At its core, Stoic philosophy places an immense value on loyalty as a pillar of moral conduct. Loyalty, for the Stoics, is not merely about unwavering allegiance to others, but also about staying true to one's principles and values. Stoicism teaches us that embodying loyalty involves being consistent and honest in our interactions, aligning our actions with the virtues of integrity and truth. By upholding these values, we foster environments where loyalty can flourish. This doesn't mean we should be loyal to a fault, but rather that we should carefully choose where to place our trust, ensuring it aligns with our values and ethical standards. In this light, loyalty becomes a conscious commitment to nurturing relationships that are grounded in mutual respect, honesty, and understanding. When betrayal occurs, Stoicism advises us to respond with wisdom and composure. It encourages us to reflect on the situation, learn from it, and choose our future actions based on reasoned judgment rather than emotional upheaval. By doing so, we maintain our own integrity and continue to build relationships that are resilient and genuine. As we move forward in our exploration of dishonorable behaviors, let us remember that the Stoic approach to loyalty and betrayal offers not only a way to navigate these challenges, but also a pathway to fostering stronger, more meaningful connections with others. Erratic temperament often characterizes dishonorable behavior, creating an environment steeped in unpredictability and unease. Individuals with such temperaments may display sudden mood swings, lashing out in moments of frustration or anger, leaving those around them constantly tiptoeing, unsure of what to expect next. This volatility can manifest as aggressive outbursts or passive aggression, both of which undermine trust and stability in relationships. In a world that often tests our patience and emotional resilience, maintaining composure and balance is essential for harmonious interactions. Stoicism offers profound guidance in navigating the challenges posed by erratic temperaments. At its heart, Stoic philosophy champions the cultivation of emotional regulation and inner peace, viewing these as integral to leading a virtuous and fulfilling life. By practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, Stoicism encourages us to become more aware of our emotional triggers and to manage our reactions with deliberate intention. This involves examining the underlying causes of our emotional responses, recognizing when we are driven by impulses rather than reason. As we embrace Stoic teachings, we learn the importance of pausing before reacting, allowing us to evaluate situations calmly and rationally. This practice of emotional regulation not only reduces the likelihood of erratic behavior, but also fosters a sense of inner peace, empowering us to respond thoughtfully even in challenging circumstances. By striving for this balance, we cultivate relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, free from the turbulence of unpredictable emotions. Through the lens of Stoicism, emotional regulation becomes a powerful tool for maintaining integrity and fostering genuine connections with others. As we continue exploring the insights of Stoic philosophy, let us keep in mind the transformative power of emotional regulation in countering the chaotic nature of erratic temperaments, ultimately guiding us toward more peaceful and fulfilling interactions. The 11th trait that can reveal dishonorable behavior is obsessive control, where individuals seek an unhealthy amount of power and influence over others. This drive for control can manifest in various ways, from micromanaging every detail in a work setting to dictating personal relationships with rigid expectations. The desire to control can stem from a deep-seated insecurity or fear, leading individuals to impose their will on others to reassure themselves of their own worth or stability. Often, they may manipulate or coerce, creating environments marked by tension and resentment. Such behavior stifles creativity and autonomy, as people feel their freedom is under constant scrutiny. Relationships built on control rather than mutual respect are fragile, prone to conflict and misunderstanding. However, Stoicism offers a different perspective, providing wisdom on how to manage this impulse for control. At its core, Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what we can and cannot control. By focusing on what is within our power, our thoughts, actions, and responses, we liberate ourselves from the futile struggle to dominate the uncontrollable aspects of life, such as the actions and beliefs of others. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate acceptance, recognizing that true strength lies in our ability to adapt and respond wisely to circumstances beyond our influence. By embracing this mindset, we learn to release the need for control, fostering environments where trust and collaboration can thrive. This shift from control to acceptance encourages us to focus on self-improvement and personal integrity, setting an example that inspires those around us. As we explore the role of control in dishonorable behavior, let us remember how Stoicism's teachings can transform our approach, encouraging us to seek harmony rather than dominance in our interactions. By accepting what we cannot change, we open the door to more meaningful and genuine connections, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. The 12th characteristic of dishonorable behavior is the refusal to listen to others. This reluctance to consider other viewpoints not only signifies a lack of respect, but also reveals an ego-centered mindset where one's own thoughts and opinions are deemed superior. Dismissing others' ideas can manifest in various ways, such as interrupting during conversations, ignoring feedback, or responding with a closed mind. When individuals refuse to listen, they close themselves off from valuable insights and perspectives that could enhance understanding and growth. This behavior not only fractures relationships but also stifles innovation and collaboration, as people feel undervalued and unheard. In contrast, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of active listening and openness to diverse perspectives as essential virtues for building meaningful connections. Active listening is more than just hearing words. It involves fully engaging with the speaker, seeking to understand their viewpoint without preconceived judgments. By practicing this, we create an environment where others feel respected and valued, laying the groundwork for trust and mutual respect. Stoicism teaches us that every person we encounter has something to teach us, and by remaining open to learning from others, we enrich our own understanding and strengthen our relationships. This openness fosters a culture of inclusivity and empathy, where varied ideas are celebrated and individuals feel empowered to contribute. As we apply Stoic principles, we learn to embrace humility, recognizing that our own knowledge is limited and that growth comes from being open to change and new information. By listening actively and valuing diverse perspectives, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideals of wisdom and understanding, paving the way for more harmonious and fulfilling interactions. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of dishonorable traits, let us remember the transformative power of listening and openness in nurturing authentic connections and enriching our collective experience. Shirking empathy is another key behavior observed in dishonorable individuals. They often exhibit a lack of concern for the feelings and needs of others, focusing instead solely on their own interests. This absence of empathy manifests in actions that disregard the emotional impact on those around them, whether it is through harsh words, insensitive decisions, or a complete indifference to someone else's struggles. By shirking empathy, they create an environment where others feel unseen and undervalued, leading to strained relationships and a lack of support and compassion. This self-centered approach not only alienates people but also prevents meaningful connections from forming. The consequences of this are far-reaching, as relationships devoid of empathy are often fragile and prone to conflict. In contrast, Stoicism places great emphasis on empathy and understanding as vital social virtues. Stoic philosophy teaches that by acknowledging and respecting the emotions and perspectives of others, we can foster deeper and more authentic relationships. It encourages us to cultivate compassion, to step into the shoes of those we interact with, and to appreciate their experiences and feelings. This empathetic approach strengthens bonds, creates a foundation of trust, and enhances our ability to communicate and collaborate effectively. By practicing empathy, we learn to engage with others not just on a surface level, but in a way that truly honors their humanity. Stoicism reminds us that in understanding others, we also learn more about ourselves, developing a more profound sense of connection and purpose. As we navigate our day-to-day interactions, applying Stoic principles helps us bridge gaps, resolve conflicts, and build environments where empathy and understanding are central, enriching our personal and communal lives. The 13th behavior to recognize in dishonorable individuals is their tendency to undermine others' achievements. This undermining often stems from a desire to elevate oneself at the expense of others. It can be subtle, manifesting as dismissive comments, spreading doubt about someone's abilities, or attempting to take credit for someone else's work. These actions are not only harmful but also reflect an underlying sense of insecurity and self-doubt. By belittling others' accomplishments, these individuals seek to inflate their own self-worth and position. However, this behavior ultimately leads to division and resentment, eroding trust and camaraderie within relationships or communities. Conversely, Stoicism offers an insightful perspective on how to navigate and counteract this tendency. At the core of Stoic philosophy is the idea that true fulfillment and happiness come from aligning one's actions with virtues such as honesty, integrity, and humility. Stoicism encourages us to genuinely celebrate others' successes, recognizing that their achievements do not diminish our own. By embracing this mindset, we open ourselves to a world of mutual support and inspiration. Celebrating others' successes fosters a positive and collaborative environment where everyone feels valued and motivated. This kind of supportive atmosphere not only strengthens relationships but also encourages personal growth and development. Stoicism teaches us that by lifting others up and acknowledging their accomplishments, we also uplift ourselves, creating a ripple effect of positivity and shared success. As we apply these Stoic principles, we move away from a scarcity mindset, realizing that success is not a limited resource. Embracing the success of others enriches our lives with a sense of abundance and interconnectedness. Let us remember that through the lens of Stoicism, celebrating others' achievements is not just an act of kindness but a reflection of our commitment to living a life of virtue, enhancing both our own character and the world around us. The 14th behavior to observe in dishonorable people is frequent blame shifting. This tendency to blame others instead of accepting responsibility for one's own failures is a tactic used to evade criticism and accountability. Such individuals might deflect attention away from their mistakes, pointing fingers at colleagues, circumstances, or even random events to avoid facing the consequences of their actions. This behavior not only erodes trust but also hinders personal growth and improvement. When blame is continuously shifted, opportunities for learning and development are missed, leaving the individual stuck in a cycle of repeated errors and misunderstandings. This refusal to confront one's own shortcomings often leads to a toxic environment where others feel unsupported and unappreciated, fostering resentment and disengagement. In stark contrast, Stoic philosophy teaches the importance of personal accountability and the value of learning from mistakes. According to Stoic teachings, accepting responsibility is an essential step towards self-improvement and virtue. Stoicism encourages us to consider failures as valuable lessons rather than setbacks. By owning our actions and their outcomes, we open doors to personal growth, resilience, and stronger relationships. This involves reflecting honestly on our decisions and actions, acknowledging where we went wrong, and making conscious efforts to improve. Through this process, we not only gain respect from others, but also build a stronger sense of self-worth and integrity. Stoicism reminds us that by confronting our errors with humility and openness, we cultivate wisdom and create an environment of trust and collective growth. In embracing this mindset, we move beyond the limitations of blame, promoting a culture of responsibility and continuous improvement. As we integrate these Stoic ideals, we enhance our ability to forge genuine connections and navigate life's challenges with grace and fortitude. The 15th behavior that is indicative of dishonorable individuals is unfounded arrogance. This trait is marked by an exaggerated sense of self-importance that lacks any real basis in achievements or capabilities. Such individuals often believe they are superior to others without having earned this status through hard work or merit. This misplaced arrogance can lead to a dismissive attitude towards the contributions and abilities of others, fostering an environment where collaboration and mutual respect are stifled. The arrogance blinds them to their flaws and inhibits personal growth as they are unable to acknowledge or learn from their mistakes. It creates a cycle of overconfidence and repeated failures, eroding trust and damaging relationships. In contrast, Stoicism offers a profound antidote to this delusion through the value of self-knowledge and humility. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the principle that true wisdom comes from an honest understanding of oneself, recognizing both strengths and limitations. Stoicism encourages us to engage in self-reflection, to critically examine our motives, actions, and attitudes, fostering a grounded and realistic self-image. By embracing self-knowledge, we cultivate a sense of humility, acknowledging that there is always more to learn and areas in which we can grow. This humility not only enhances our own character, but also creates an environment where others feel valued and respected. Stoicism teaches that by focusing on self-improvement rather than external validation, we can build relationships based on genuine respect and understanding. This approach fosters a spirit of collaboration and cooperation, enriching our interactions and personal development. As we continue to explore the virtues of Stoicism, let us remember the importance of cultivating self-awareness over inflated self-image, recognizing that humility and knowledge are the true markers of greatness. Embracing these Stoic values allows us to rise above arrogance, forging meaningful connections and leading a life of virtue and fulfillment. Fostering conflict is another behavior commonly observed in dishonorable individuals. These people may create unnecessary disputes and tensions, often for personal gain or to assert control. They might twist facts, exaggerate differences, or instigate arguments to manipulate situations to their advantage. This inclination to stir up conflict often stems from a desire to divert attention from their shortcomings or to undermine others, sowing discord that disrupts relationships and communities alike. Such behavior creates an environment filled with mistrust, insecurity, and hostility, making it difficult for genuine cooperation and communication to thrive. In stark contrast, Stoicism advocates for harmony and constructive resolution as essential virtues for living a virtuous and fulfilling life. According to Stoic teachings, we should strive to maintain a peaceful mind, which in turn fosters peaceful interactions. Stoicism encourages us to approach conflicts with reason and understanding, seeking to resolve disputes in a manner that promotes mutual respect and cooperation. This involves listening actively, empathizing with different viewpoints, and finding common ground, rather than allowing emotions and ego to dictate our responses. By focusing on constructive solutions rather than blame or escalation, we create an environment where collaboration and mutual growth are possible. Stoic philosophy teaches us to prioritize the greater good over personal agendas, recognizing that true strength lies in unity and collective progress. By embracing these Stoic principles, we can rise above unnecessary conflicts, paving the way for more harmonious and fulfilling relationships. As we continue to explore the guidance of Stoicism, let us reflect on the importance of fostering peace and understanding, recognizing that these virtues enhance not only our personal lives but also contribute to a more connected and supportive community. Hypocrisy is a particularly insidious trait found in dishonorable individuals, characterized by the inconsistency between what they preach and what they practice. These individuals often hold others to standards that they themselves do not follow, creating a double standard that undermines trust and respect. Imagine a scenario where someone publicly champions honesty and integrity, yet behind closed doors, they engage in deceitful practices and betray confidences. This duplicity not only erodes their credibility, but also fosters an environment of skepticism and disillusionment. Over time, those around them may begin to question the sincerity of their words and the authenticity of their actions, leading to a breakdown in relationships and community cohesion. In stark contrast, Stoicism places a profound emphasis on authenticity and consistency as crucial elements of a virtuous life. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true character is revealed in the alignment of our words and actions, urging us to live in accordance with our values at all times. This commitment to authenticity is not merely about maintaining an image, but about embodying the principles we espouse, regardless of personal gain or convenience. By practicing consistency, we build a solid foundation of trust and respect, both within ourselves and in our interactions with others. Stoicism encourages us to reflect on our motives and behaviors, ensuring that they are guided by honesty and integrity rather than hypocrisy and deception. This approach not only strengthens our moral character, but also inspires those around us to pursue the same path of authenticity and consistency. Through the lens of Stoicism, we learn that living with integrity is not just a personal choice but a social duty, contributing to a culture of trust and mutual respect. As we delve further into Stoicism's guidance, let us embrace the pursuit of authenticity, recognizing that it is through consistency and truthfulness that we nurture genuine connections and lead lives of true fulfillment. Compulsive lying is a behavior that often accompanies dishonorable individuals as they become entangled in webs of deceit that obscure reality. This tendency arises from a deep-seated habit of avoiding the truth, where lies are crafted not just occasionally but compulsively. These individuals might create elaborate stories to cover up their actions, embellish facts to suit their narratives, or offer constant reassurances that have little basis in reality. This pattern of dishonesty serves as their default mode of communication, corroding trust at every turn. Over time, these falsehoods accumulate, creating a fragile house of cards that inevitably collapses, leaving behind fractured relationships and tarnished reputations. The consequences of compulsive lying are profound, as it not only damages personal and professional relationships, but also fosters an environment of doubt and uncertainty. When truth becomes a rare commodity, the foundations of trust begin to crumble, making genuine connections nearly impossible to sustain. However, Stoicism offers a path to counteract this destructiveness, emphasizing truthfulness as a cornerstone of virtuous living. According to Stoic teachings, honesty is not merely an ethical obligation, but a practical necessity for fostering trust and integrity in our interactions. Stoicism urges us to embrace truthfulness as a guiding principle, ensuring that our words and deeds are consistently aligned with reality. By doing so, we build a reputation for reliability and honor, creating spaces where transparency and authenticity thrive. This commitment to truth not only reinforces the bonds of trust with others, but also nurtures our own moral character, allowing us to live without the burden of deceit. Through the lens of Stoicism, embracing honesty becomes an act of liberation, freeing us from the entanglements of lies and allowing us to engage with the world with clarity and confidence. As we continue our exploration, let us embrace the Stoic ideal of truthfulness, recognizing that it is through this unwavering commitment to honesty that we can cultivate relationships built on trust and mutual respect, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. Excessive pride is a trait often seen in dishonorable individuals and can significantly damage one's character. Those who possess excessive pride may consistently place their desires and achievements above all else, viewing themselves as superior without considering the impact this attitude has on others. This inflated self-esteem can lead to a disregard for the contributions and feelings of those around them, stifling opportunities for collaboration and understanding. It can foster an environment where genuine connections are replaced by a toxic atmosphere of competition and ego-driven conflicts. Excessive pride blinds individuals to their own faults and shortcomings, preventing them from growing and learning from their experiences. It can create a cycle of arrogance and repeated errors, ultimately alienating others and eroding trust. In contrast, Stoicism extols the virtue of humility, which stands as the antidote to excessive pride. Humility, as a key Stoic virtue, encourages us to embrace a realistic view of ourselves, acknowledging that no one is without flaws or beyond improvement. This perspective fosters an openness to learning from others and an appreciation for the diverse strengths and contributions that surround us. By practicing humility, we build stronger, more respectful relationships based on mutual understanding and support. Stoicism teaches us that humility is not about diminishing our self-worth, but embracing our limitations while striving for personal growth. This aligns our actions with a deeper sense of purpose and integrity, guiding us in our interactions and decisions. When we embrace humility, we become more receptive to feedback and new perspectives, enhancing our ability to connect and collaborate with others. As we reflect on the teachings of Stoicism, let us recognize that humility is not just a virtue, but a way of living that enriches our character and deepens our relationships. Through humility, we transcend the limitations imposed by excessive pride, fostering a life of fulfillment and genuine connection with others. The 16th characteristic to identify in dishonorable people is their tendency to manipulate power dynamics. These individuals often exploit their positions to maintain control, using power imbalances to their advantage. This can manifest in various environments, whether it is a workplace, a social setting, or even within familial relationships. They might employ tactics such as intimidation, coercion, or favoritism to assert dominance and manipulate outcomes that favor their own interests. By leveraging these imbalances, they create an atmosphere of fear and subservience, hindering open communication and mutual respect. This abuse of power not only undermines the confidence and autonomy of others, but also erodes trust and stifles collaboration. The repercussions can be profound, as those subjected to this behavior may feel devalued and oppressed, potentially leading to a toxic environment where creativity and progress are stifled. In contrast, Stoicism offers a powerful framework for countering such manipulations. At its core, Stoic philosophy emphasizes the principles of equality and shared humanity, urging us to recognize that all individuals possess inherent worth and deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. Stoicism teaches us to transcend power imbalances by fostering environments where collaboration and equality prevail. By embracing the Stoic ideal of shared humanity, we focus on empowering others through respect and understanding, ensuring that our interactions are guided by fairness and integrity. This involves advocating for inclusive practices that honor diverse voices and perspectives, elevating our collective potential. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate a mindset that prioritizes the well-being of the group over individual power, creating spaces where everyone feels valued and heard. By aligning ourselves with these Stoic values, we dismantle the destructive dynamics of power manipulation, fostering genuine connections grounded in mutual respect and cooperation. As we delve deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism, let us remember the transformative power of equality and shared humanity, recognizing that through these principles, we can build a more just and harmonious society where everyone can thrive. Seeking immediate gratification is a behavior often linked to dishonorable actions. This tendency is marked by impulsivity and a focus on short-term rewards rather than considering the long-term consequences of one's actions. Individuals driven by immediate gratification might make hasty decisions without weighing the impacts on themselves or others, often prioritizing fleeting pleasures over enduring values. This short-sightedness can lead to actions that undermine trust and stability, as promises are broken and responsibilities are neglected in the pursuit of momentary satisfaction. For instance, someone might prioritize personal desires over commitments to others, leaving behind a trail of disappointment and disillusionment. This impulsivity not only affects personal relationships but can also have broader societal consequences, as it reflects a disregard for the collective good. In contrast, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of long-term thinking and the cultivation of patience as foundational virtues. Stoic philosophy teaches that true fulfillment arises from aligning our actions with enduring values rather than succumbing to the whims of desire. By focusing on long-term virtue, Stoicism encourages us to resist the allure of immediate gratification and to approach each decision with thoughtful consideration of its future implications. This involves exercising self-control and practicing patience, allowing us to make choices that are consistent with our goals and principles. By embracing Stoic teachings, we develop the ability to delay gratification, recognizing that lasting satisfaction often requires perseverance and foresight. This perspective fosters a sense of stability and resilience, empowering us to navigate challenges with poise and integrity. As we apply these Stoic principles, we cultivate a mindset that values endurance and character over fleeting indulgence, enriching our lives with a sense of purpose and direction. Through the lens of Stoicism, seeking immediate gratification becomes an opportunity for growth, as we learn to prioritize what truly matters and build a life grounded in lasting fulfillment. As we continue to explore the insights of Stoic philosophy, let us reflect on the transformative power of long-term thinking and patience in guiding us towards more meaningful and honorable interactions. The 18th behavior observed in dishonorable individuals is their tendency to go to great lengths to escape consequences. These individuals might employ deceptive tactics or even manipulate circumstances to avoid facing the repercussions of their actions. They may lie, blame others, or create elaborate stories to shift responsibility away from themselves, all in a bid to maintain a facade of innocence. This avoidance of consequences is driven by a desire to protect their own self-interest, shielding them from the discomfort or accountability that comes with admitting fault. However, the ramifications of shirking responsibility are significant. When individuals consistently evade the consequences of their actions, they not only damage their reputation but also erode the trust others place in them. The environment becomes one where accountability is absent, fostering a culture of dishonesty and suspicion. Relationships built on trust and integrity begin to crumble as people feel unsupported and unappreciated, and the true impacts of actions are never fully addressed or resolved. In stark contrast, Stoicism teaches the acceptance of consequence as an integral aspect of moral responsibility and virtuous living. According to Stoic philosophy, acknowledging and owning the outcomes of our actions is essential for personal growth and character development. Stoicism encourages us to view consequences not as punishments to be feared, but as opportunities for reflection and learning. By accepting the results of our actions, we gain the wisdom to make better choices in the future, aligning ourselves more closely with our values and principles. This acceptance fosters a sense of empowerment, as it allows us to take control of our life narrative and direct it toward positive change. Stoicism reminds us that embracing accountability not only strengthens our character but also builds trust in our relationships. It encourages us to face challenges with courage and integrity, transforming adversity into opportunities for growth and understanding. As we apply these Stoic teachings, we cultivate resilience against the temptation to evade consequences, empowering us to navigate life's complexities with honesty and responsibility. Let us remember that through the lens of Stoicism, accepting consequences becomes a pathway to true fulfillment and genuine connection, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. Compromising principles is a telling sign of dishonor, where individuals may abandon their core values and ethical standards for personal gain or convenience. This betrayal of one's principles often stems from a desire to achieve short-term success, avoid conflict, or gain favor, but it comes at the cost of moral integrity. Imagine a situation where someone consistently preaches loyalty and trust, yet when faced with a challenging scenario, they choose to betray a confidant to advance their career or secure a deal. Such actions erode their credibility and leave a trace of broken promises and shattered trust in their wake. When principles are compromised, it results in an internal conflict and a sense of disillusionment, not only in oneself but also among those around them. Relationships that were once built on mutual respect begin to falter, and the individual's true character comes into question. However, Stoicism provides a powerful antidote to this wavering commitment. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies an unwavering dedication to integrity, urging us to adhere to our principles regardless of external pressures or temptations. Stoicism teaches that true strength and honor come from living a life consistent with our deepest values, as this alignment forms the foundation of our character and guides our decisions. By committing to integrity, we develop a resilient moral compass that empowers us to remain steadfast in our beliefs, even in the face of adversity or temptation. This steadfastness not only fortifies our self-worth, but also enhances the trust others place in us, fostering relationships that are genuine and meaningful. As we embody Stoic teachings, we learn the value of living authentically, recognizing that true fulfillment comes not from external accolades, but from a life aligned with virtue and truth. Through this lens, compromising principles is not just a personal failing, but a missed opportunity to embody the virtues that define a life of honor and purpose. Let us remember that by embracing Stoicism's commitment to integrity, we elevate our character, enrich our interactions, and contribute to a world where honesty and ethical conduct prevail. Instilling fear is a tactic often employed by dishonorable individuals to exert control and influence over others. This manipulation tactic hinges on creating an environment of anxiety and uncertainty, where those subjected to it feel pressured to conform or comply out of dread rather than genuine agreement. Picture a scenario where someone in a position of power uses threats of punishment or ostracism to maintain authority, leaving others feeling trapped in a cycle of fear. This approach not only suppresses individual expression and autonomy, but also fosters an atmosphere where innovation and collaboration are stifled. The fear instilled by such individuals can lead to a compromised sense of self, as people change their behaviors or beliefs to avoid confrontation or repercussions. However, Stoicism offers a powerful counter-narrative to the paralyzing effects of fear. Central to Stoic philosophy is the cultivation of courage as a virtue, encouraging us to face our fears with strength and resilience. Stoicism teaches us that while fear is a natural human emotion, it should not dictate our actions or decisions. By embracing courage, we can confront fear with rational thought and inner fortitude, allowing us to act in alignment with our values rather than succumbing to intimidation. This involves recognizing the source and nature of our fears and challenging the narratives that unjustly hold power over us. Stoicism provides us with the tools to remain grounded and composed in the face of adversity, empowering us to stand firm in our beliefs and choices. By practicing this courage, we cultivate an environment of authenticity and integrity, where our actions reflect our true principles, free from the constraints of fear. As we explore the teachings of Stoicism, let us embrace the courage to challenge fear and foster environments where respect and mutual understanding prevail. This not only liberates us from the shadows of intimidation, but also enriches our lives with a deeper sense of purpose and connection. Through the lens of Stoicism, confronting fear is not just an act of bravery, but a commitment to living a life of virtue and authenticity, inspiring those around us to do the same. Overemphasis on materialism is another behavior often observed in dishonorable people. These individuals may prioritize acquiring wealth and material possessions over ethical conduct or personal virtues. In their pursuit of riches, they might neglect important relationships, compromise their values, or engage in unethical practices. This focus on material gain often leads to a hollow existence, where integrity and meaningful connections are sacrificed for the sake of accumulating more wealth. People who prioritize possessions over principles may find themselves in a constant cycle of acquisition and dissatisfaction, as no amount of material wealth can truly fulfill the deeper needs of the human spirit. This pursuit can breed a competitive and envious environment where relationships are transactional and happiness is contingent upon external circumstances. However, Stoicism provides a refreshing perspective on how to navigate and counteract this fixation on materialism. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of valuing personal virtues over possessions, teaching us that true contentment and fulfillment come from within, not from external acquisitions. According to Stoicism, the cultivation of virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance is the key to a life well lived. By focusing on these inner qualities, we align ourselves with a deeper sense of purpose and direction, fostering relationships based on genuine respect and mutual support. Stoicism encourages us to practice gratitude and humility, recognizing the abundance in our lives that is not defined by material wealth. This perspective shifts our focus from the relentless pursuit of more to an appreciation of what truly matters, enriching our personal and communal experiences. By embracing Stoic teachings, we learn to find joy in simplicity and to appreciate the intangible rewards of a virtuous life. As we reflect on the wisdom of Stoicism, let us remember that by valuing virtues over possessions, we can transcend the limitations imposed by materialism, cultivating lives filled with meaning, integrity, and connection. Through this lens, the pursuit of virtue is not just an individual aim, but a pathway to building a more harmonious and fulfilled society. The 17th behavior to be aware of in dishonorable individuals is their propensity for spreading misinformation. This dishonorable act involves the deliberate dissemination of false or misleading information that can twist perceptions and distort reality. Dishonorable individuals often engage in this behavior to manipulate opinions, shift blame, or obscure the truth. Whether through gossip, rumors, or media, spreading misinformation can have far-reaching consequences, sowing confusion and distrust across relationships and communities. It undermines informed decision-making, leading people to act on false premises that can harm personal and collective well-being. When misinformation becomes rampant, it erodes the fabric of trust that holds society together, breeding division and conflict. In stark contrast, Stoicism holds truth and knowledge in the highest regard, recognizing these as foundational virtues for living a life of integrity and purpose. According to Stoic teachings, the pursuit of truth is essential as it illuminates our understanding and guides our actions in alignment with the principles of wisdom and justice. Stoicism encourages us to be diligent seekers of knowledge, to question and verify information before accepting it as fact, ensuring that our contributions to discourse are grounded in reality and sincerity. By valuing truth above all, we create an environment where clarity and trust can flourish, fostering relationships built on honesty and mutual respect. This commitment to truthfulness not only strengthens individual character but also enhances the collective good, as accurate information forms the basis for meaningful dialogue and cooperation. Stoicism teaches us to resist the allure of spreading misinformation, urging us to engage with the world authentically and transparently. Through this lens, embracing truth becomes a powerful act of integrity that upholds the dignity of our character and enriches our communities. As we reflect on these Stoic principles, let us strive to be conscientious custodians of truth and knowledge, recognizing that it is through these virtues that we can build a more informed, connected, and harmonious society. Seeking personal gain is a behavior frequently observed in dishonorable individuals, as they prioritize their own wants over the needs and well-being of others. This self-serving approach often leads to actions aimed at advancing their own interests, even at the expense of ethical considerations or the impact on those around them. Imagine someone manipulating situations to ensure they benefit significantly while those involved receive little or nothing in return. Such behaviors foster environments of distrust and competition, where collaboration and mutual support are overshadowed by a me-first mentality. This pursuit of personal gain can erode relationships, breeding resentment and alienation, as people feel used or undervalued. In contrast, Stoicism offers profound insights into countering such self-centered behavior by emphasizing the importance of acting for the greater good. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true fulfillment and happiness come from transcending selfish desires and aligning our actions with the welfare of the community. It encourages us to cultivate virtues like wisdom, justice, and kindness, which naturally direct us toward choices that benefit both ourselves and others. By embracing these principles, we shift our perspective from what we can take to what we can give, realizing that our true purpose and satisfaction lie in contributing positively to the world around us. Stoicism urges us to consider the broader implications of our actions and to prioritize decisions that enhance the collective well-being over temporary personal gain. By doing so, we foster environments rooted in trust, empathy, and cooperation, where every individual feels valued and respected. Through the lens of Stoicism, the pursuit of personal gain is not merely a short-sighted endeavor, but an opportunity to practice integrity and communal responsibility, enriching our lives and the lives of those we interact with. As we continue reflecting on Stoic teachings, let us remember the transformative power of putting the greater good before selfish desires, recognizing that this shift in focus opens the door to more meaningful and honorable interactions. The 18th behavior seen in dishonorable people is a disregard for consequences. These individuals often act without considering the impact of their decisions, ignoring the ripple effects on themselves and others. This behavior can manifest as reckless choices, thoughtless remarks, or irresponsible actions, all undertaken with little regard for the potential outcomes. Dishonorable people might proceed with a course of action simply because it serves their immediate interests, without pausing to reflect on what the future holds. This absence of foresight can lead to conflicts, damaged relationships, and a trail of chaos that affects everyone involved. In both personal and professional settings, such a lack of prudence breeds environments of uncertainty and mistrust, as those around them are left to deal with the fallout. In stark contrast, Stoicism places a significant emphasis on foresight and prudence, teaching us to carefully consider the long-term consequences of our actions. Stoic philosophy encourages us to pause before acting, to weigh the potential outcomes, and to choose the path that aligns with our values and principles. By practicing foresight, we not only anticipate the possible repercussions, but also prepare ourselves to respond adaptively and wisely. This involves cultivating a mindset that values thoughtful consideration over impulsivity, recognizing that true wisdom lies in understanding the broader implications of our choices. Prudence, as a Stoic virtue, guides us to act in ways that promote long-term well-being and harmony, rather than succumbing to the lure of immediate gratification. Through this lens, we develop a deeper sense of responsibility, both for ourselves and for the communities we are part of. By embracing Stoic teachings, we learn to act with foresight and prudence, fostering an environment of stability and trust where consequences are acknowledged and managed with integrity. This approach not only strengthens our character, but also enhances our ability to build lasting relationships and navigate life's complexities with clarity and purpose. As we continue exploring the wisdom of Stoicism, let us remember the transformative power of foresight and prudence in guiding us toward more meaningful and honorable interactions. Stoicism provides a profound toolkit for identifying and addressing dishonorable behaviors. By recognizing these traits, we can effectively counteract their negative influences with honesty, integrity, and virtue, cornerstones of Stoic philosophy. Whether it is through confronting unchecked ego, avoiding deception, or resisting the lure of manipulation, Stoicism teaches us to embrace humility and self-awareness, leading us to more authentic and fulfilling relationships. As we navigate the complexities of human interactions, Stoicism guides us to foster environments rich in trust, empathy, and justice. It compels us to strive for personal accountability, to temper our ambitions with communal well-being, and to seek truth over convenience. These principles not only insulate us from the pitfalls of dishonorable conduct, but also elevate our character, encouraging a life filled with purpose and genuine connection. As we conclude our exploration, I invite you to reflect on these insights and consider how you might incorporate Stoic wisdom into your own life. By doing so, you can transform your interactions and relationships, fostering a world where virtue prevails over vice. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the timeless lessons of Stoicism. If you found this video helpful, please remember to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more content that inspires and enlightens.